Measures being put in place to address non-communicable diseases is the ban on sugary drink in schools, and it takes effect next year. We have a recap of Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton's presentation in the show. I'm Adrian Atkinson, and you're watching Jamaica Magazine. We also show you the importance of taking care of the environment, so keep watching.
The Scientific Research Council is bringing reliable, accurate and efficient analytical testing services to you. Investors, manufacturers and service operators, protect yourself and consumers by ensuring that your product and environs are safe and secure. Come to us to test your food, cosmetics, potable and recreational water, environmental air quality, trade effluent, and to conduct shelf life studies for products. The SRC conducts on-site sampling, or you can submit your samples to our offices at Hope Gardens Complex, Kingston 6. The Analytical Services Department Laboratory is certified locally and internationally and is accredited ISO 17025. For more information, visit our office or send an email to prinfo@src-jamaica.org or call us at 927-1771-4. The Scientific Research Council, making science, technology and innovation work for you.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, December 6. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has promised to act on the Auditor General's recommendations for improving operations at Petrojam and its parent company, the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica. The AGD's recommendations are contained in a report that was commissioned by the Prime Minister earlier this year and submitted to Parliament on Tuesday. In an interview on Wednesday, Mr. Holness thanked the Auditor General for the comprehensive report, even as he assured citizens that some of the highlighted issues had already been addressed.
There's still more issues that she has raised, which I will obviously have to address. For example, what has caught my eye of great interest is the issue with the pricing. That is something that we will have to take a very serious look at. Issues to do with the infrugality of the use of public resources, that has to also be addressed. I believe that you could say that this is a watershed moment for transparency and accountability in Jamaica.
The Prime Minister will be providing rebuilding assistance to 9 families whose homes were destroyed by fire at Bellrock in Olympic Way on November 28. The Prime Minister, who is Member of Parliament for the area, made the commitment as he visited the families Wednesday. He said that while the fire was an unfortunate event, it provided an opportunity to create a better housing scheme to include sewerage and street lights.
The area deserves attention. We'll start as quickly as possible. We will have to actually design the units, get approvals. I have to get NWC inside here to put in the sewage. The planning process will take a month or two. It will take a little time. I don't want to give you any false hope that you could be in your new house for December 25th. That's not going to be possible. Okay. But we're going to move very quickly.
The housing scheme was built by Food for the Poor in 2011. A new online platform has been created to provide information and a safe space for victims and survivors of gender-based violence to share stories, challenges, and solutions. The platform was designed and developed by the UNFPA Caribbean Sub-Regional Office and officially handed over to the Gender Ministry on Tuesday. Portfolio Minister Olivia Grange says the Bureau of Gender Affairs will host, manage, and maintain the interactive platform.
The Bureau will utilize the online platform to promote community engagement and ownership, to raise awareness of gender-based violence as violence and a form of discrimination, and to provide a safe and secure space that allows victims and survivors to share their experiences and find support for persons with similar cases.
The platform was launched as part of a public forum titled Big Woman and Big Man Chat, addressing intimate partner violence, held at the Courtly Auditorium. The National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, says it has so far removed bulky waste from 80% of the 105 major towns across the island that are targeted under its pre-Christmas cleanup drive. $60 million is being spent on the project, which commenced on Saturday, November 24. Executive Director of the NSWMA, Audley Gordon, says the island-wide operation has been progressing well, with tons of bulky waste being collected.
We are moving out tons and tons. As a matter of fact, the last count, we have moved over 2,000 trips of debris already. And we will go straight through this weekend, and by which time we should probably be near 4,000 trips.
Mr. Gordon was speaking with JIS News on Tuesday during the cleanup exercise along Barracks Road in Montego Bay. He thanked residents there and elsewhere for being cooperative, while urging that persons keep the sites clean at the end of the operation. Meanwhile, Regional Operations Manager for Western Parks and Markets, Garnet Edmondson, says communities in Hanover and Westmoreland will be visited starting this Friday through to Sunday, December 9.
Not only that, we are moving out non-compactables, but we have put in additional units in the system to ensure that we do not have backlog. As we speak now, we are down to single-digit backlog in the region. It's the first time we have ever seen this. So the resources that the government has given to us is doing a really good job at ensuring the cleanest Christmas.
The Consumer Affairs Commission, CAC, is advising consumers to be vigilant while conducting business online. Information Technology Manager at the CAC, Andrew Eveling, says this is especially important as the agency does not have legal rights to pursue overseas merchants.
Our Consumer Protection Act solely protects our local consumers and also our local merchants. So in that regard, when you're doing an online transaction with an overseas merchant, it is your duty and responsibility to take very special care in doing these transactions.
Mr. Evelyn was addressing a recent JIS think tank. He said consumers should check the first 5 characters in website names to ensure they start with HTTPS, as that indicates that the website protects highly confidential online transactions like banking and shopping. The CAC's Information Technology Manager also warns that online transactions should not be conducted while using free internet connections.
Persons with a criminal intent, of course, will capture all information that you enter and that pass through their equipment, and they're able to figure out your password, probably get your credit card information, and things like that.
And finally, Sancia Bennett Templer is the new Permanent Secretary for the Office of the Prime Minister, OPM. In a statement Monday, the OPM said Bennett Templer had over 30 years' experience in executive management in the public and private sectors in Jamaica. They include Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Health, President of JAMPRO, Senior Vice President of the Airports Authority of Jamaica, and CEO of the Partnership for Transformation's Program Management Office. She takes over from Mrs. Audrey Sewell, who will concentrate on her substantive role as Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Overseas-based health missions have been coming to Jamaica for years, offering their services free of cost. This has provided much assistance to the local healthcare system and the many Jamaicans that have benefited. We now highlight works of the Great Shape Health Mission.
Thousands of Jamaicans in Western Jamaica enjoy brighter smiles and clearer vision every year, courtesy of Great Shape Inc. and its partners. This charitable organization, based in the United States, has been visiting Jamaica since an aid mission following Hurricane Gilbert in 1988.
We started doing little projects ever since the hurricane to try to help communities get them into great shape. hence the name Great Shape, reshaping communities in need.
We have a lot of partners, but our main partner is Sandals Foundation.
We did school projects, road projects, medicine, shoes, anything we could do to help. And we were doing what we could, but we were doing not as much as we wanted. Until 2003, I knocked on Sandals' door, and Sandals said yes to a proposal for a dental project.
The partnership with Sandals Foundation blossomed and the eye care program was launched in 2009. It has led to the 16-year-old 1,000 Smiles Oral Health Program and the Eye Care Optical Initiative that's in its 10th year. To date, both have benefited over 200,000 persons across the parishes of Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, Trelawney, St. Mary and St. Elizabeth. The estimated value of the goods and services provided in those 7 parishes is $8.8 million. As part of iCare's 10th anniversary celebrations this year, the organizers provided free selective laser trabeculoplasty (SLT) surgery for open-angle glaucoma, as well as argon laser treatment for patients with diabetic retinopathy.
When people have glaucoma, they have a lot of pressure in the eye, and with this surgery we could reduce the pressure in the eye and save their sight for many years. With this surgery, some people could get off their glaucoma medicine, some people could reduce it greatly and not have to take so much.
It'll deliver laser energy. And I have this lens that I put on the surface of the eye. That lets me get up into the angle where the iris and the cornea come together. That's our drainage system inside the eye. So what I'm doing, this is a YAG SLT laser, but I'm tapping those drainage cells with laser energy. So I'm not punching holes at all, but I'm just tapping those cells. And the majority of people, that'll increase the outflow and lower the pressure. So that's what we're doing with this.
One beneficiary of the surgery, Ethan Daly, was all smiles after completing the procedure. The senior citizen, who says he has been struggling with glaucoma for about 6 years, is grateful to the charity organization for helping to save his vision.
I'm feeling okay now, because I used to feel like a vapor in this left eye, like something stick on my eye. Don't feel it again.
We have medicines that we give for a couple months, but we do refer to the government-based hospitals in Kingston and Montego Bay if they need further treatment for their glaucoma.
Prescription eyeglasses are custom made on site for people who visit the free clinics, and thousands of sunglasses are also provided to prevent further eye conditions. Eye care volunteer optician Tom Hicks, who hails from Oxford, Ohio in the United States, is making his 3rd trip to the island, and he says helping others is most rewarding for him.
I have a saying that it's not what you do for yourself that will be your legacy, it's what you do for others that will always be remembered. And that's why you do trips like this. And that's why you help other people that need it.
Over 71,000 pairs of glasses have been distributed under the eye care program since 2008. Dentistry, which is by far the biggest branch of the outreach, attracts volunteer dental hygienists and students from schools in the US, Canada, and here at the University of Technology.
We have a great sealant program involved with Great Shape. Sealants are something we can apply to teeth before they have any decay into the little grooves and fissures that will help prevent cavity, prevent debris from getting in there. And so it's a wonderful way to try to keep people from having cavities in the first place.
Along with the sealing, the Great Shape Inc. 1000 Smiles project also does fillings, cleanings, extractions, X-rays and root canal procedures. The opportunities for knowledge transfer to final year UTech dental students helps to improve results in their clinical exams.
We're exposed to different techniques. There are different ways of doing things, better ways, so we're able to improve ourselves just by being in contact with persons who have been in the business for a long time.
Volunteers also visit local primary schools where they provide oral health education and products to the children.
You can't eat your favorite foods if you don't have teeth, right? So it's really, really important that we brush our teeth every single day. How many times a day? 2. Perfect. Great job. When we brush our teeth, are we only going to brush the front? Yeah. Just the front? No. We want to brush the front, and we want to brush the back, and underneath, and on the inside. You see us? And on the back, and on all our teeth 2 times a day for 2 minutes. And at the very end, make sure you brush your tongue too. Go, everyone can do that. Just like that.
Such is the essence of life. People giving in to volunteerism, giving of their time, skills, and resources to help others in need. Catch the spirit now? So that we can all be in great shape.
Jamaica Eye is part of an island-wide network of camera surveillance systems designed to increase the safety of you, our citizens. If you have a camera system outside your home or office facing a public space, join us in helping to make Jamaica a safer place for all. Log on to jamaicaeye.gov.jm today. Jamaica Eye, we're all connected. The Ministry of National Security, creating a safer and prosperous Jamaica.
Taking care of the environment is very important. Equal to this is creating an environment for recreation and business development. And who knows this best than the Urban Development Corporation?
Very passionate about the environment, the Urban Development Corporation UDC has been implementing and taking part in activities to emphasize the importance of its protection. And so for International Coastal Cleanup Day 2018, the UDC partnered with the National Environment and Planning Agency NEPA and several volunteers. The UDC concentrated on the Hellshire Bay Beach in St. Catherine, one of its designated areas.
Our overall vision for the various designated areas is to make sure that environmental management is top priority for us.
The day symbolized a unified stance by hundreds of volunteers and organizers who voiced the importance of protecting our oceans and lands and to take steps to correct our improper methods of garbage disposal.
Our garbage is our responsibility, but this is just one effort. We need to be conscientious in all our environmental efforts and what we're doing in our day-to-day lives.
I think that we should do better to keep our beaches clean. Not just our beaches, but other places in Jamaica, like our communities.
We're affected by it if it is not properly maintained. Think about the sea life, think about our coasts, think about our health. So it's important to us to have initiatives like this and to be a part of it.
Several bags of garbage were collected and other items including tires, a fridge, a washing machine and even a water tank. But the common factor was plastic bottles.
It's very important for us to be responsible with our waste management because at the end of the day, the place that you go to recreate is not going to be up to the standard when you go there.
That's why NEPA has an Adopt a Beach program where you can get involved as a group, community or organization.
Signing up for Adopt a Beach is free of cost. We provide you with an Adopt a Beach starter kit, which includes gloves, insect repellent, and instructional DVD on how to clean up, as well as trash bags. And we provide you with support.
Everybody has a role to play, whether or not it's from garbage disposal, protection of our animals, protection of our resources. Everybody can and should play a role.
From the beach to the waterfront downtown Kingston, where the UDC reactivated its staging of Harbourfest, an event which seeks to facilitate the restoration of downtown Kingston and promote it as a preferred venue for business and social events.
We are not going to wait for future generations to do it. We are doing it for future generations.
Harbourfest is also part of the corporation's 50th anniversary celebration with support from Digicel, Waterfront Medical and the Jamaica Defence Force Coast Guard. Patrons were also treated to free medical checks and massages.
As an investor, the growth of downtown is really good so far as we're getting more business, and we really appreciate UDC redeveloping the area and bring it back to the old downtown as it was before.
This partnership not only assists the UDC and Digicel in their mandate for re-energizing downtown Kingston, but it also gives a lot of support to other businesses that are contemplating or have already moved downtown.
The renewed recreational festival also delivered on performances from various artists.
Gonna be free like a gonna be free, gonna
Harbourfest 2018 was made possible through the kind sponsorship of Marathon Insurance Brokers, Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, Social Development Commission, Main Event Entertainment Group, Jamaica Music Society, Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, Jamaica Association of Composers, Authors and Publishers, and Armband Plus. The Urban Development Corporation and its partners, making business and recreational development happen for you.
Our new dance around the street again. Everybody just go and tell your friend.
Get ready for fireworks on the Waterfront 2018 on December 31 on the Kingston Waterfront from 3 p.m. to 2 a.m. the next day. Special parking arrangements will apply. It's going to be great. To learn more about the work of the Urban Development Corporation, call 876-656-8031 or visit their website at udcja.com. You may also follow them on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit their information center on the ground floor, Kingston Mall, downtown Kingston.
The ban on sugar-free drink in schools takes effect on January 1, 2019. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton was in Parliament on Tuesday and laid out the timeline for full implementation.
As a government, as a country, we have a responsibility, Mr. Speaker, to protect our children and the public health of all Jamaicans. It is for this reason that we established the National Food Industry Task Force, which takes account of food labeling, food marketing, reformulation, in addition to advocacy and communication, as part of efforts to create a healthy promoting environment that enables individuals to be provided with healthier food options while reducing the influence of marketing on unhealthy food choices. To achieve these objectives, the guidelines place a limit on sweetened beverages above a defined maximum sugar concentration sold and served in schools, Mr. Speaker, as a first step. In all public education institutions which serve age groups from 0 to 18 years, these include early childhood institutions, primary level institutions, and secondary level institutions, and by all persons, companies, or groups involved in the provision of beverages to these institutions, including but not limited to canteen operators, concessionaires, vendors, teachers, school administrators, and students. Beverages brought from home, Mr. Speaker, are not being regulated at this time. However, robust education campaigns will be launched to discourage the provision of sugary drink beverages to our children. So we will hopefully use moral suasion to discourage the consumption, or parents sending these products with their children as part of their lunch packages. The limits, Mr. Speaker, on sugar drink beverages will be applicable in and around public schools during school hours and during special school activities, with the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information working together to implement plans to sensitize and train parents and vendors at the schools to ensure the long-term sustainability of the public health initiative. The guidelines, Mr. Speaker, specifically prohibit sugary drink beverages being sold or served in schools if the total sugar concentration exceeds the following: maximum of 6 grams of sugar per 100 ml serving, effective the 1st of January 2019. Maximum of 5 grams per 100 ml serving, effective January 1, 2020. Maximum of 4 grams per 100 ml serving, effective January 1, 2021. And maximum of 2.5 grams per 100 ml, effective January 1, 2023. Mr. Speaker, the approval of these guidelines is an important milestone in what has, of necessity, to be a comprehensive, multi-stakeholder approach to beating NCDs and in the best interest of all Jamaicans and in particular our children. This is not, Mr. Speaker, let me say categorically, a Ministry of Health or a Ministry of Education, Youth and Information thing. It is an every Jamaican thing. The over 680,000 of us with hypertension, over 230,000 with diabetes, over 570,000 who are overweight or obese, including our children, Mr. Speaker, is enough evidence that we need to do something, and we need to do it now. And this is a good place to start.
Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash no paper, no dash no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep
eat.
we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica.
And as we close today's show, we ask that you stay connected via our website, jis.gov.jm. And while you're online, send your feedback to Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm or via tweet at JIS News. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.